Terry Rozier has finally been traded. What does this mean for the Charlotte Hornets going forward? Did we get fleeced? Was it a good trade? We talk all about that right now. Everything but City. Let's go.
Let me take you to a place where we never can be found. On the edge of Carolina where the sun come out of the ground. No nobody, just nobody, only broken hearts allowed. Right outside of Savannah, about an hour from the town.
Hello everyone, it's Everything But City here, back again with another video. Now, I've already recorded a video on this, but I think I should have taken a day to process everything. So, it's been over 24 hours since the trade as of recording this video, and I just want to give my thoughts on the entire trade and the entire Terry Rozier saga right now. So, Terry Rozier, as reported by Woj, Terry Rozier was traded to the Miami Heat for basically a 2027 protected lottery pick that if it ends up being a lottery pick, which obviously is protected, so that means it would still be Miami, then that pick would convey to an unprotected pick in 2028, and that could be the 27th overall pick, it could be the first pick, it could be the 5th pick, we don't know. And Kyle Lowry, who's on an expiring deal and probably will never wear a Hornets uniform. If he does, I guess it'd be cool, but this is not the Kyle Lowry of old. This is old Kyle Lowry, not really doing much right now, and really we're just trying to build for the future right now. So I, at first, was very upset with this trade. I didn't think, you didn't even get a Jovic, you didn't get a Grimes, you didn't get any of these young pieces that possibly can develop into solid role players in this league, like we use Gerald Henderson, Courtney Lee, guys like that would have been important as we're trying to retool to then compete pretty soon. I don't think this is a full-on, we're stripping everything down except for one or two players and we're trying to suck for the next 3 years. I don't think that's where ownership wants to go. I think they want to compete. I think they see that LAMELO Ball right now is pretty damn good. He's still young, but still, he just signed a 5-year extension. That doesn't mean he won't ask for a trade in the next couple years if the team isn't able to surround him with sufficient talent. And right now, the talent is not there. So what does this mean for right now? So obviously you get salary cap. I believe right now, if you don't add the Miles Bridges, which is another 7, so you can just add that to this, we will have around $65 million to spend in free agency, and that's to re-sign players, that's to get guys in free agency, trades, all that stuff. So that's, to me, that's good, but the problem is it's a weak free agent class, right? I don't see Pascal Siakam. He's probably getting re-signed. OG, he's getting re-signed. There's not going to be those top guys in this class, and really what I want is obviously to get a 2, because I've said this since the jump. Brandon Miller is not a shooting guard. Okay, he's best at the 3. He can play the 2 at times, but that should not be his primary position going forward. You need to get a 2. Nick Smith Jr., I have faith that he can develop into a starting shooting guard, but right now that's just not how it is. So getting a guy who's 3 and D that you can play at the 2 for the next year or two will be important as Nick Smith Jr. as we continue to see the type of player he is going forward. It's bittersweet because I absolutely loved watching Terry Rozier play basketball. I'm so happy for him that he got where he wanted to be, which is Miami. If you didn't know, Terry Rozier, huge fan of the Miami Heat. His favorite player was Dwayne Wade growing up, and you can kind of see similar things between the two in terms of their game. I can definitely see Dwayne Wade at times in Terry, in his play style at least. So I'm so happy he's going there. And maybe that pick is valuable, but what I want to see is us not sit there and, maybe. No, package that in a trade. Package that to get somebody on this team to surround our talent. Not another, Miles Bridges, a guy who's pretty good, but he's not going to be an all-star. He's not an all-star caliber player. Get me a guy like DeJounte Murray. Get me guys like that who have, I know they're going to produce. I know this. And fit more into the play style of LaMelo Ball. So that's really going to be imperative this offseason. I think this offseason is going to be massive. We already see the chips are starting to fall. Now that we've seen the first move, I'm pretty sure ownership wanted this to be done. So next, who's moving? We got a couple guys that are on the board. I've heard Miles Bridges going to the Suns. I believe that's horse crap. I don't see why. Why would we move Miles Bridges for a second-round pick and a couple role players, right? It just doesn't make any sense with what he's producing right now. And who knows, maybe you re-sign him in free agency. It's not my decision, all right? I'm a fan of the team, whatever. But you can't deny he's pretty good. He's not the same player. I don't think he's the same player as in 2021 where he was just electric. Like, he was jumping out of the gym. You throw it up, he's going to slam it. He's not that player. He's not as explosive, in my opinion, this year. But he's still a damn good player, and I think if you pay him like a Terry Rozier salary, like 20+ million, something like that, I'm not willing to give you a max, 40, 30, something like that. But yeah, we can give you 25. We can give you something like that, mid-level payment. So another guy, I think, just signed an extension this offseason, PJ Washington. I've heard rumblings of him going to the Mavs. That would be interesting. I don't know the package. I think if you can get PJ for a couple young players and maybe a second-round pick, I don't think he's worth a first. But if you could, hey, awesome. But that would be nice. If there can be a package of a couple second-round picks for Gordon Hayward, I think you take that one. Nick Richards, I've heard Nick Richards thrown around. I'd be willing to trade Nick. He's on I think he's a 2-year deal right now because he signed a 3-year? I'm not too sure. Not too positive about that one, but he's another candidate to be moved. And really anybody outside, in my opinion, there's 3 dudes. It's going to be LaMelo Ball. It's going to be Brandon Miller. 3 or 4. Mark Williams, I think, is going to be very hard for Mitch to say, hey, I'm going to move on from him. And I would be too. And Nick Smith Jr., I think he has really great potential to be a very key piece to this team. But anyways, my official grade on this, I'm going to give it a B-. You know, it's not something where I'm like, oh my God, there's the move. You got the value for Terry Rozier, a 23-8 guy who's a starter in this league for many playoff teams. As much as Charlotte Hornet fans want to deny it or want to sit there and say, oh no, he's not a starter, he's a bench player, he's a 6th man. Look, yeah, he can play that. He has played that before, but this is Terry Rozier. This is the peak of him. This is the full epicosm of who Terry Rozier is, and he's a starter in this league, and you traded him for Kyle Lowry and a first-round pick in 4 years, right? Maybe that's valuable, but I'm in the mindset of I want to retool right now. I want to win right now. We haven't won a playoff game in almost 10 years. We haven't been to the playoffs in almost 10 years. That's the most of any franchise. We haven't won a playoff series, I think, since the 90s, which would put us, did we win in 06? I'm not too sure. But anyways, that's 20 years, 30 years of no winning basketball in Charlotte of any really meaningful reason. I mean, we had one 51 season. It was 48, but you know that I want to get there. I'm tired of sitting there in the what ifs. I want to win now. And this trade just did not, for me, put us in a situation where I feel like we're a better squad going forward. Maybe they go out and they go crazy in free agency. Maybe. We'll see. This is the first step of multiple steps, I think, at the trade deadline. And we'll see what Mitch cooks up as he's out the door and leaving. But yeah, I just want to make a quick video. I think I'm kind of up and down on the trade. Tonight we have the Detroit Pistons, so maybe I make a video on that game tonight. If you like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video with a friend. You know the drill. This is Everything Buzzed here. I'm out. Peace, guys.